Hmm. I don't know. What do you think, folks? I mean, wearing this black and red plaid shirt and the beard, do you think it makes me look like a hipster? I don't know. I mean, if any of you think I look like a hipster, please leave a comment down below so I can be aware. Because sometimes I don't even know what hipsters are, and I don't even know if I am a hipster or not. But anyway, welcome for another episode of the Multi-Voice Entertainment of the Multi-Voice Reviewer. I'm the Multi-Voice. I have many voices, but one opinion. And today, it's been a long time since the last time I did a Deadpool review. So this time, I'm going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. And to look no further, an old friend showed up who's being a real pain in the ass, decided to show up and talk about his own movie. Even though I'm supposed to be the reviewer, I should be doing the review, not you! Yeah. Quit whining like a whiny bitch, will ya? Hello, Deadpool here. I am your friendly neighborhood Deadpool. Anybody you want killed, I will kill him for ya. 'Cause I'm the merc with the mouth. But anyway, you know, Disney itself is going through a lot of a long, bumpy ride lately, and most of these really bad movies. I mean, all that woke stuff is just nothing but a bunch of bitches who don't know when to shut up and always pissing off the fans and even yours truly. I mean, it's just like the reviewer here says. Once you go woke, you're gonna go broke. And they need to start listening to him, for God's sakes. And the only saving grace is, of course, James Gunn's creation of this movie. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Man, I would have loved to be in that movie. But anyway, one thing I always notice that Michael A. Grimm is more of a DC fan than a Marvel fan. And of course, one thing I do know for sure, that Michael A. Grimm always loved James Gunn. But anyway, let's get started, shall we? You see, a long time ago, I just broke into the remains of the last movie of that movie, Logan, and I dig up his grave to see if he is really dead, but sadly, he was dead. And I need to find a way to bring him back. And all of a sudden, a group of TVA agents all of a sudden showed up and start causing me some problems. So, after killing the TVA troops one by one while playing NSYNC, I decided to go find another Wolverine somewhere. Oh, and also, there's this whole deal about having my friends together for my birthday, and of course, the whole thing's getting a little rocky between me and Vanessa. Oh, speaking about relationships, did you know that the MCU finally have Lady Death in this? Lady Death is played by Avery Plaza. Ha! Who'd have thought? Avery Plaza playing Lady Death. Oh, man. If only I was in that movie, I know Avery and I are be reenacting Parker Recreation, so eat your heart out, Chris Pratt. Oh, man. And I still thought that Cate Blanchett should have played Lady Death. After all, she played Hela, and she's killed off. But anyway, it's either here or there. Now, let's get another thing started. And of course, believe it or not, Shatterstar. Shatterstar is alive too. I guess not only I saved Peter, I also saved Shatterstar. After all, he's from a planet where he's pretty much like a mediocre person, but in Earth, he's 10 times better and greater than anybody else. And don't ever say anything about Canada. Keep Canada out of your freaking mouth. Mean it. But anyway, all of a sudden, this weirdo in a suit goes by the name of Paradox. he decided to let me be some sort of savior. So I decided to become Marvel Jesus. And I also tell Fox to suck it, because I'm going to Disneyland. Sorry about that. But anyway, I just had to go through and find every single Wolverine, since I desecrated his remains of the real Wolverine, to notice that he was dead. So I have to go to the multiple universe, and all of a sudden I come across this universe of Wolverine. Look at this hairy little Renton. Did you stick the land in there, little guy? Yes, you did, you comic-accurate short king. Such a cute little woovie. Cue the freaking montage, baby. Woo! Feels like an earthquake in here. Ha! But of course, besides the comic-accurate short king, I've been through finding other ones that are pretty much the anchor being Wolverine. Like, I have met the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. And of course, the brown Wolverine, all big, black, and tan. Yellow and tan. Did fought the Hulk. And I kept trying to tell him I am Marvel Jesus, but he smashed me. Now I know how Loki feels. Oh, by the way, while I'm on the subject on Lady Death with Avery Plaza, I hope this time I could be so romantic to Lady Death that Mr. Scrotum Chin ain't gonna get involved, because he is bye 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 bye. How dare you? Mentioning me. Oh shit. Excuse me, you are gone off the MCU, you were snapped out of existence, so you better, like what Jack Black always says, skadoosh right now, Scrotum Chin. And pump the hate brakes, Thanos. Man, he really gets on your nerve, doesn't he? Even though he kind of reminds me of Cable, and I don't know why. But anyway, I also come across Patch Wolverine. Of course, there is even, I found a crucified Wolverine, just like the comics over there. Oh, and I also forgot I met Old Man Logan from the future, where he's looking like Clint Eastwood. And even I come across the Calverine. I guess the rumors are true. Henry Cavill should be playing Wolverine. But I bet they're going to give him another part on the Marvel Universe. And I know Marvel would treat him so much better than what Netflix and DC did to him. He had the Superman thing going, and DC mucked it up. And it's a good thing I haven't come across the other Wolverines. The zombie Deadpool, I leave that for the Marvel's What If. And of course the human lazy Deadpool. Man, he looks like he's been eating so many cheeseburgers. And of course the female version of Deadpool, Jane Hollett. And I'll talk about another female Wolverine later. But right now I'm talking about the other Wolverine until I found the perfect one who is going to be my anchor bean. This guy. What do you want, bub? I'm just telling everybody how I have you become the new anchor bean. Hey, pump the hate brakes, though. Oh, by the way, Wolverine, do me a favor. What? Why don't you stare at the camera for a moment, okay? Go on ahead. Stare at the camera. Stare at the camera. Look at it. Stare at it. Go ahead. Now, I ask you, does his mask look like two Batmans kissing? You son of a... No. Come on. It's a joke. You shut up. Man. Whew. Sorry, folks. Always have a temper. But anyway... Oh, another thing I noticed, when I met Parallax, who is the hot tech girl? I mean, what is her name? What is the actress's name? And why does she look like Megan Fox? Because she is 10 times hot than she is. Ah, well. All of a sudden, I brought this Wolverine over, and all of a sudden, I end up into the void. Since this whole thing's got to do with Loki, all of a sudden. And all of a sudden, I come across, which I thought was Captain America, but sadly, it was the other Chris. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Jeez. Can't believe they put him in the void. You know, since I wanted to meet Captain America, how about we have Old Man Captain America? You know, the 1990s Captain America, played by the great Matt Solinger. I mean, I would love to see him back as Captain America, but as Old Man Captain America. Now, that would be awesome. Oh, and while I'm on the subject on the Fantastic Four, my thoughts about Doctor Doom, I gotta say, that's gotta be an awesome twist to have Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna pull this off. I don't know if he's gonna show his face or just doing his voice of Doctor Doom. But if they're gonna go along with this idea, I hope they keep the look of Doctor Doom back in 2005. I mean, I just love that look. That just screams powerful ruler. And all of a sudden, oh yeah, fight of the century. Check this fight out. Sabretooth here. I remember you. Come on, bub. Well, he's gone. Yeah, that was a quick kill of having the original Sabretooth and not Liv Schreiber in it. Oh well. But of course they took us all the way to meet Cassandra Nova. And as what Johnny said that she is, an evil, maniacal asshole. And she's supposed to be Charles Xavier's twin sister. And every time she does that psychic stuff with her fingers, oh, I can tell she never washes her hands every time she does the psychic stuff with the fingers in the skull. Ugh! I can still taste the hate from her fingers. Oh, and another thing. I noticed that the Psylocke is in the movie. With this actress playing Psylocke named Alicia Henson, and not Olivia Munn, the most beautiful and attractive comic geek girl herself, Olivia Munn, not returning as Psylocke? Oh well, I think it's for the best. They pretty much screwed up the idea of Psylocke because she was supposed to be a superhero and not a villain! And sister to Captain Britain. But anyway. And I also noticed they have this Juggernaut in this movie. At least he doesn't say, oh yeah, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Jeez. That is so old. And all of a sudden, the big cloud, purple cloud, turned out to be Goliath. Just showing up to eat people, just like on the Loki episodes. And all of a sudden, I found a little ugly-looking pooch that I fell in love with, none other than Dogpool, also known as Mary Poppins. Such an adorable little munchkin. And of course, the Van Wilder himself, Nicepool. He's like, what if I didn't have the cancer, didn't go through the Weapon X facility, and just become a good-looking turd stain? I'm sorry, I just never did like Nicepool. I mean, how can he become a mercenary when he doesn't have a regenerative power or anything? Jeez. And all of a sudden, I come across... I mean, after a little fight between me and Wolvie... Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it, Wolvie. You know something, you're a freaking joke. No wonder the Avengers didn't want you, or the X-Men, or even freaking anyone. You are a half-wit moron. I never seen a lot sadder, self-absorbed, yammering little schmuck in my entire life, and that says a lot, because I've been alive for more than 200 freaking years. And you know, that bald chick is right about one thing. You will never save the world. You couldn't save a relationship with a gay darn stripper. Sucker. And I wish you say you die alone. But it's one of God's best jokes that you can't die. And that's in all of us. You got nothing to say, mouth? I'm gonna fight you now. Oh, are you? See what I mean? But we got exhausted after all that 24 hours of fighting. And we got picked up. And we come across some of the old familiar faces. Like, have you seen Jennifer Gardner today? I mean, look at her. She is rocking the Elektra outfit and still working those size. I mean, damn. In your face, Ben Affleck. And of course, I don't know why you would mistake her as me. Wonder Woman. Oh, I'm a huge fan. Oh, yeah? But you belong to Marvel and also Disney. So I doubt if you're ever a fan to DC. Oh, trust me, boo. I'm always a fan to all DC women and Marvel. You disgust me. Well, haters gonna hate, right? But anyway, I also found other familiar faces. Like this guy. You know, I never thought I'd see you around. I thought you were, you know, retired. Retarded? Retired. I'm already in the void. I don't want to get banished again. I don't like you. Never did. Never did. I said it once and I say it again. Some suckers always try to ice skate our bill. Yep. Always do. And you know, he did mention that there's going to be one Blade and always be one Blade, but he forgot to mention about the TV series Blade, played by Sticky Fingers. What kind of name is that, Sticky Fingers? And the actress Will Radner. And I still don't know if the MCU is going to have another Blade of their own version here, but let's just hope he's not crossing over with Morbius, the living vampire. Because everybody know how much of a disaster that was. And he is 10 times worse than his Joker. Excuse me. If you keep dissing the Joker, dissing me, like I said before, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna kill you. Really, really bad. Yeah, we'll see about that, Posh Spice. Oh, and another thing. What is the deal with the Joker movie? I mean, they made a sequel of that Joker film with Joaquin Phoenix. The first one was good, but why the musical number on the sequel and casting Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn? They should stick with Margot Robbie. Am I right? Well, you're right about that. They should have Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn and not Lady Gaga. Oh well. Why so serious? Because I got a gun, that's why. Now get! Whew! DC villains gives me the willies. But anyway, I also come across other familiar faces. The one that they mention. Bonjour, mon ami. My name is Cora Labo, Cora Debron. They call me the Goblin. Sorry, what was that? They call me the Gambit. Played by Channing Tatum. I'm sorry, who's your vocal cords? The Minions? And I tell you, after that movie, whoo, I'm about to make a name for myself here. Yeah, go on ahead, Mr. French bread. I am not French, I'm from Louisiana. Yeah, tomato, whatever. Just go. Merde. I told you watch your language. And of course, to top it all off, I also met somebody I mentioned from the last Deadpool movie, one and only X-23. That's Laura. My name is Laura, not X-23. Sooner or later, when you get old there, Munchkin, you're going to be called Lady Wolverine or She Wolverine. At least I get reunited with whatever Wolverine you brought. Yeah. Good old family tree. Although she's supposed to be Asian in the comic, not Hispanic, but who am I to argue? Right? But anyway, since I decided to bring those legends together and tell them to let's freaking go, we fought all those bad guys and get the Juggernaut helmet, battle against Cassandra Cain, and she mentioned about an amateur magician. She killed him, wear his skin as a suit, until all of a sudden she comes across that ring, so I knew it was Doctor Strange she killed, but I wonder which one. Not the Benedict Cumberbatch. Probably the 1978 Doctor Strange. I would say Dr. Mordred, but he's from the Full Moon universe, and Disney don't have the rights with that character. And all of a sudden I come across, and then we finally got home, tell Parallax to try to stop the threat, and all of a sudden Cassandra's decided to take over the machine that would wipe out the entire universe, and all that's left was the void. And she hired a bunch of Deadpool cores to stop us. And for those of you who might be wondering about the futuristic one, that is actually Deadpool 2099. And in case you want to know who she is, she's my futuristic daughter in the year 2099. And she is the daughter of my ex-succubus, or I would say succubitch wife, Shikra. But of course, the rest of the Deadpool Corps, we have Lady Pool, played by Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively. And of course, we have Nathan Fillion as Headpool. Matthew McConaughey as Cowboy Pool. Alright. And also Ryan Reynolds' daughters doing their voice. I have Inves Reynolds as Kid Pool. She's 7 years old, so Kid Pool is 7 too. And of course, Baby Deadpool, played by Olin Reynolds. And of course, Wolverine and I had to fight a whole army of Deadpools. So, are you ready? To kill a million you? Hell yeah, I'm ready. And of course, we killed a whole bunch of Deadpools, but I forgot they all regenerate. Unlike Nice Pool, who doesn't regenerate, all the others do regenerate. And thanks to my good pal, Peter, played by Juan Delaney, who is now Peter Pool, turns out that there's always a Peter in every Deadpool universe that every single Deadpool honors and loves. At least they're not talking about Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. You know, that's one thing I have a problem with. I mean, Sony still owns Spider-Man, and they would never let any of the Spider-Man make an appearance in my movie? What the hell? I mean, are they getting cheap all of a sudden? I mean, I would love to have either Tom Hiddleston Spider-Man. I would love to have Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. Any of these Spider-Mans will do. Heck, even bring the animated one. I don't care. But anyway, thanks to Peter, they stopped the Deadpool for killing all of us, and we went over to try to stop Cassandra Nova. And I thought I was going to make a heroic sacrifice and leave Wolverine out because I know the world needs a Wolverine. But you didn't. You know, you always kept calling yourself Marvel Jesus, but you and I were both Anchor Bean, right? Right. So, we got together, and we stopped Cassandra Nova. And even it's the first time you see him shirtless for the first time. I mean, look at the picture here. I mean, look at his abs. You can grind cheese with those abs. For the fan service on the ladies. What? Seriously? Hey, at least I tell you to put your greasy tits away, you pruning slut. And then all of a sudden, this woman showed up named B14, played by Womi Masako. What kind of name is that? Sounds Japanese. But anyway, she's in charge of the TVA. And a little known fact, did you know that she starts having the hots for Peter? So therefore, on the deleted scene, they both kiss. Woo! Way to go, Peter! Him and her, booty, booty, booty! Yeah, boy! Ha! And you know, since I'm going to be part of the MCU, how about I can make an appearance on X-Men 97? I would love to make an appearance on that one. Maybe tell Magneto to quit robbing the cradle over Rogue. Jeez. But of course, I'm going through my own battles. Right now, I've been arguing with She-Hulk, arguing over who have the bigger balls in the MCU. But that's neither here or there. But you know, arguing over She-Hulk on who have the bigger balls, I kept thinking, there was a Marvel movie that was really bad, and it was the first bad Marvel movie ever made. And that Marvel movie is Howard the Duck. He's a wonderful hero. Hey, did you mention me, pal? Howard! Oh, man, you're about as adorable as Donald Duck. At least you have an appearance on Guardians of the Galaxy, but I think we should talk about your movie and why it's so bombed so bad. But trust me, the movie was, despite of what the MCU's been doing, all those miss after miss after miss after miss after miss of every Marvel superhero movie they made, makes the Howard the Duck movie seem decent. So you better stay tuned, pals, 'cause me and Howard are going to talk about his movie. So take it away, Multivoice. You know, I told you that you can make an appearance on my show. I did not say that you can take over my entire show and start doing the review yourself. This is why I should not let fourth wall breaking fictional character taking over my show. But since this Deadpool made his point, this is my review for the day. If any of you like this review, please leave a comment down below, hit like, and subscribe for more. I'm Michael A. Grimm, aka The Multivoice. I remember it so I can jog your memory.